What's up? We're back to Skyrim. Sorry, I had it on pause because I mean, oh my god, I'm so freaking excited, man. It's been so long since our last episode of anything, really. To be honest, I mean, yeah, if you don't know what's going on, I made a video, like, earlier this week explaining, you know, some of the what's been going on with my life. Basically, the basic rundown is that I'm moving and I'm gone full time. So I have a lot less time to actually, you know, create videos. But that's the basic rundown. So I'll make videos when I can. But there are some changes coming up. I am still gonna try my best to work around having a video released every day. But that needs some time and work. And yeah, and I barely have any of those these days. Anyways, let's just warm our balls by the fire. Oh yeah. Alright, so yeah, another thing too is that there's also going to be another video released today where yeah, there's also going to be another video released today where we go back to, whoa, what was that? Here, let me see if I can try to get that again. There's also going to be another video released today for the third time. Me going back, because I finally went back to playing Dead by Daylight. Holy shit. First of all, I want to go ahead and mention something. So I was, you know, just going through my YouTube channel, you know, because, I don't know, I guess that's what YouTubers do sometimes. And I was just looking at the views and stuff like that, and holy shit. One of my freaking videos, checking out the Trix's animation, got over 1.3 thousand views. And I shit my pants. Like, I was at work and I literally just shat my pants right on the floor. It was awesome. But no, I honestly, God, dude, I never thought I would reach anywhere near 1,000 views in any of my videos. But hey, man, it's freaking awesome. You know what, chick? I like your style. Woo! Anyways,
yeah?
So yeah, it's freaking awesome, man. But it's not really the reason why I'm coming back to Dead by Daylight. Trust me. I said this before, I am not in it for the views. I am only in it because, well, you know, it's fun. And I mean by making videos and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, we're back. So, we're back on Dead by Daylight.
I'm telling you.
And we're back on fucking Skyrim. So, let's continue. Let's get back into it.
It'd be insane to try.
So, if you don't remember, basically, the last thing we did was, we fought Alduin, we got a Dragon Wrench out, and now, we need to capture a dragon in Dragonreach, but because of the Civil War going on, the Jarl of Whiterun is like, nah fam, I can't do that. Anyways, so it's like, alright, we'll just try to make the Imperials and the Stormcloak go into a neutral, you know, treaty, until I deal with the Dragon Menace. And then they can go back and slaughtering people as much as they want to. Anyway, so here we are. We're back at Julius.
Every day more join his cause. Riften,
I was about to call him Julius Caesar.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
I'm a fucking nut.
They're my men now, giving free reign to anyone who wanders into the
castle. That's how you
castle.
greet people? Like,
Do you have some reason to be here?
Alright, I'm gonna back up. First of all.
There's something I can do for you? Perhaps direct you to the nearest prison?
You got jokes. Anyways, I have a message from the Greybeards.
The Greybeards? What do those old hermits want with me?
They're convening. Fuck! They're convening. Alright, they're fucking making a peace treaty, bro. Alright? Damn, I'm not gonna be saying that weird shit. Alright, I've only been up for 30 minutes. Alright, I'm drinking my coffee right now, so yeah. We're trying to do a peace treaty, fam.
Why? There's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor.
We need a truce until the Dragon Menace is dealt with.
They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons.
Oh my god, dude. Dragons are a bigger problem than the Stormcloaks right now.
You may have a point. It's getting difficult to even move troops around without attracting a dragon attack. By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Even Ulfric might see the sense of a truce under these conditions.
So you'll come to the Peace Council then?
Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do. Jarl Balgruuf.
Alright.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right
You
to
know what,
garrison
Lydia?
troops
I
in his
really
city.
miss
On
you.
the other hand, he also refuses to
This is our
acknowledge
first
Orphan's
follower,
return.
and she's still rocking with us, so yeah. Oh man, I miss the game. I actually have been playing this game. I've been playing Skyrim on the Xbox just this past week. Mainly just so I can just play around with mods. So what I'm doing is, instead of playing the main story mode and having immersion mods going, what I'm doing instead is, there's a dragon over there. I'm just messing around. I'm just really messing around with mods. So I've actually, you know, role played, created another character, basically fighting for the Imperials, and they I just have a bunch of mods going on right now. Like, there's one where it expands upon the story quest of Civil War, and shit, dude, there's so much stuff that's been cut out of the Civil War vanilla thingy.
You eat
What?
our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Bruh, what the fuck?
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
No, I don't hate your people.
You've come to the wrong city then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you.
I'd like that Nords were giving you trouble.
Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one.
Why would anyone think you're a spy?
Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying.
Oh, good luck with that.
All right then.
Alright. So yeah, see, look, I have two Dark Elves with me. That's my companions. So, and I got a... Oh my god, I forgot about Scritch. Holy shit. Yeah, I got that too. Alright. So this is Windhelm. I get Windhelm and Winterhold mixed up sometimes. But yeah, this is Windhelm. Home of the Nords! Or I mean, home of the Stormcloaks. But it's a pretty big city. I mean, you know, we can definitely get a house here, but I'm not gonna lie.
Reforming the Dawn Guard.
Yeah.
Vampire.
I think I've only managed to buy this house one time in my 10 years of playing Skyrim. No joke. And it's this one right here. It's because I think, like, from my experience, the way you're supposed to legitimately get the house is like it's buggy. Like, to me, it's buggy. So I've been lucky one time to where I have not had it, you know, bugged down on me. To get the house, it involves a big quest you gotta go on, which is actually kind of fun because it's kind of like a detective quest. And we're just exploring a bit, so we'll definitely continue on with the story real quick. That's a high elf.
I don't haggle. If you want a lower price, look elsewhere.
Are you treated as badly as the Dark Elves?
It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum.
How long have you been in Windhelm?
Just got here from the Somerset Isles. Lots of opportunity in Skyrim.
Cool.
Thank you for your custom.
You know, you're quite different from the regular Dark Elves. Or Dark Elves. High Elves. So, not as bitchy as most of them are. Alright, let's go ahead and start.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? guard meeting.
Well, consider yourself lucky then. Let's go ahead and continue and talk to Jarl Ulfric. But yeah. Anyways, going back to real quick to what I was saying about the Civil War mod and stuff like that. Yeah, there's just so much missing from the vanilla thing. So, but nonetheless, hey, still good. I mean, I'm still cool. I'm still cool with the game, so it's not gonna, you know, decrease my views or whatever of Skyrim as a whole. So,
only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you?
I believe we've already met.
Is that so? Yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken.
I helped Ralof escape. He said he'd vouch for me.
Ralof's alive. I hope that's true. He's a damn good man, but he hasn't returned yet. So I'll need to wait for his account.
The hell? What have you been doing?
Now, speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
I don't even have a criminal past. I was wrongly accused, first of all. Secondly, what the hell has freaking Ralof been doing for the past months?
They all know.
Alright.
Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents.
You know what? Let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about Jarl Ulfric and, how, you know, his stuff. So, at Helgen, they said, so if you don't remember, in the beginning of the game, this is actually the same Jarl that we found. Jarl Ulfric is the guy, that was destined to die at Helgen, but until the dragon came and quote-unquote saved us. And, yes. Anyways, at Helgen, they said you shouted the king to death?
Not entirely true. Though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards, given enough ambition and dedication. My shouting Torg to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him.
So why did you kill the High King?
I killed Torg to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself?
And what of his widow? Doesn't she claim the throne?
Indeed. Elisif has become Jarl of Solitude. Historically and conveniently home of the High King, backed by Imperial interests. But the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. And they won't. Not as long as I have any say in it.
Well, someone called you a murderer.
I challenged him in the traditional way, and he accepted. There were many witnesses. No murder was committed. True, he didn't stand a chance against me, but that was precisely the point. He was a puppet king of the Empire, not a high king of Skyrim. His father before him, perhaps, but not Torg. He was too privileged and too foolish. More interested in entertaining his queen than ruling his country.
So do you desire to be High King?
There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he's been hand-picked by the Emperor, and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real High King, one of our own making.
I can't really blame you there, man. How did you become Jarl of Eastmarch?
My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only son, forced to deliver his eulogy via letter I had smuggled out of prison. Such is the love of Titus meat for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger, clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice, for war. They sat me on the throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor.
Alright, well, anyways, I have a message from the Greybeards.
It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland.
I had no real
What do they
child
want?
to speak of.
They want to negotiate a truce until the Dragon Menace is dealt with.
I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there.
Politics be damned. Alduin has returned.
Alduin, the world eater of song and legend. If that's
Or
true,
Alduin.
well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat.
So you'll come to the Peace Council.
Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
How long are you going to wait?
Alrighty.
think I need
Well,
to
we
say-
finally got the people to agree.
Message.
So,
If by message
Need something? Show me.
yeah. So basically, with y'all, Ulfric, he basically challenged the king to a one-on-one combat, which the king agreed to, and he had no chance of winning. So, and it was mainly to prove a point that, yeah, King sucked or something. I don't know. There's honestly, I don't know too much about King Torek, and I do not know in lore how much there is about King Torek, other than the fact that he got his ass whooped. And there you go. That's pretty much it, really. What's this? When dirty comes in. Oh, okay. If you don't remember when we were in Black Race, we did that big ass freaking scavenger hunt from Nirnroot to bring 30 of them. Wow, I can't believe I did that. Back in those days, I must have been bored. Anyways, but yeah, so yeah, people will call him a murderer, but I said, well, you did challenge him to a 1v1 combat, so yeah, that's pretty much saying, that's pretty much like having two people play chess, and if one of them win fair and square, or one of them won, you're
My
accusing the
parents
cheater
are long
as a
dead, but they lived wonderful lives.
shh.
Mara protect us
Shh.
both.
Shh.
So,
I'm ready. Let's continue.
you
Anyways.
over here. Are you going to let us in?
Get out of the way!
You're
Oh.
not invited here.
Oh, yeah, Dennis,
You're
you
not
already
welcome
know.
here.
We have as much right to be at this
I'll help
council
out,
as
Delphine.
all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? Hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
If it were up to you, the Dragonborn would sit dreaming on this mountain doing nothing.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all.
I heard that.
You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter. So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
Don't worry, I'll get them to agree to peace.
Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim. Why delay? Please, take your seat so that we can begin.
Well, just give me a damn second.
We
Alright.
all wait upon you, Dragon.
Well, I'm coming. Damn. Hold on. Damn. Here we are. Trying to hide the scars. Alright, let's go.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats. so we can begin.
That crowded building. Is that Chris making those
I hope
chirping
that we
noises?
have all come
No.
here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input.
Am I ready?
By Izmir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
What's the harm? Besides, Tullius doesn't really want her here either.
Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know I won't be pushed around.
Let Tullius have his way on this. He'll have to give ground later.
It feels like a mistake to me. But I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our
You
side?
know exactly. No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
Already?
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
Temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
It was a bit difficult to come to the ways of Mara at first.
Hey!
But
Shut the hell up!
were kind and
Shut
quite
the hell up! We have plenty of time
This
for you later,
council
right?
is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the
This is
negotiation?
probably the worst.
Yes.
I probably should have let
Down
some
to
of
it.
them stay home, like
We want
that
control
one
of
standing up,
Markarth.
and that one
That's our
behind me
price for
making those
agreeing to a
cruising
truce.
noises.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif. I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
She got jokes. She got
General,
jokes.
you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor.
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
Ooh, Markarth? Ooh. How about Riften?
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil and threaten Ulfric's southern flank. You heard the man, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn. I came here in good faith, and now it seems you help the Empire at every turn. As for you, General Tullius, I see now that Galmar was right. Talking to the Empire is just as useless as ever. If you think you can hold Markarth, you're as deluded as your Emperor when he signed away our freedom to the Thalmor. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Damn.
Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
My parents
Is
are
he
long
with
dead.
you, Delphine?
They lived wonderful
If
lives.
so, I advise you to
I
tell
have
him
no
to
sad
watch his
stories
tongue.
to tell about.
Oh my god, he's right behind me
He
just
is
talking
with
about his
you.
fucking parents.
And I
in my
advise
ears.
you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does
Shut
it have
up.
to do with the...
If he's right about Aldrin, we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it me. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
We want compensation for the massacre at Anga's mill.
You slaughtered them. The women, the children. You butchers!
What?
That's a lie. My legionnaires are disciplined, unlike
Expect
your...
compensation every time a farm gets burned in a war that you started, do you, Ulfric?
What say you, Dragonborn?
The fuck? Whoa, hold up, this is new! I've never had this happen to me before! Oh my, okay, the Empire should compensate you for Anga's Mill.
Yes.
I mean, that is
Here,
fucked up, come on, man.
Tullius. The blood of the innocent cries out for word.
What the hell?
I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
What does that mean?
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Empire will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Anga's Mill. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will
I've
be
never
a reckoning.
admitted this before,
Count on it.
but I've killed more than I care to admit.
Erander?
I'll just leave it.
Shut
Markarth is
up!
a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan.
Yes, I'm ready to do my part.
My boy.
Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question.
I didn't think that far ahead.
You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Hey, it's none of your concerns, alright?
I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temple, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up.
So how does that help us?
Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with the voice, he he will hear you, wherever he might be.
Why would he come when he's called?
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge.
Fair enough.
Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon. After your victory over Aldrin, I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
So what's this dragon's name?
I'm no master of voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in the scroll. Odavin, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
That sounds like a metal
It won't last.
band title thingy.
I hope this truce gives you what you need. It won't last.
Alright, go away. So. Well, there we go. Rander, you've been a naughty boy, so you're going into the naughty chair. Scratch. Man, I really can't blame you, to be honest. But there we go. Alright, first of all, what the hell was that? Anga's Mill? I have no clue. No clue what that was. I have never in my 10 years of playing Skyrim have ever heard that come up. I don't know what I did to bring that part up, but dude, that was amazing. Amazing balls. Like I said, man, every time I play Skyrim there's something new that comes up, and that was one of it for this playthrough. Yeah, usually Ulfric asks for like another piece of land, like I forgot which part of land that he'd do it or he'd ask for, but I guess not that time. Alright, well, let's continue. So now we will have to go.
There's one more thing.
Okay.
We know about Parthenax.
Oh, the dragon. Yeah, turns out he's a dragon, but he's cool. He's chill.
That's fine. We needed his help. Now we don't. And it's long past time for him to pay for his crimes. And he's not just any dragon. He was the right hand of Alduin. He committed atrocities so infamous they are still remembered thousands of years later. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continued to help you.
About Parthenax.
Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us.
Why does he need to die?
Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Parthenax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master.
What does that matter though if I'm gonna be freaking killing Alduin anyways, you bitch? I was expecting you to
do the
away.
right thing. Parthenax deserves to die.
No. Alright, well that's everybody say goodbye to the blades, cause yeah, we're definitely not killing Parthenax, the dragon dude. I mean, yeah, fuck that. I don't know why Bethesda didn't give us a chance to be like, well, fuck you, Delphine, fuck you, and you know, decide to do something, either like kill the blades or whatever. I don't know why Bethesda never did that, but whatever. It's whatever. That's what mods are for. Anyways, alrighty, let's capture us a dragon. Whew, man. Alright. Ah, man, it feels so good coming back to Skyrim though, I'll be honest. So it's so good. Something else.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
Thank you, even though I think I just picked you up last episode.
Lead on then.
You know what, believe it or not though, I kinda like your eyes though. The fuck? The hell was that? Alright.
It's wonderful to be able to sleep sound.
No, Ethan, no man, sleep sucks. Sleep is for the weak. Alright.
The Greybeards have arranged a truce between the Stormcloaks and Imperials. How long can such a thing last?
Well, it depends how long it takes me to actually kill Alduin, which will probably take me to the next episode, because that's a whole big part too. And yeah, it deserves it. Also, want to go ahead and mention that I've lost the paper that I've written down. Damn, I should have been smart and put it on my phone instead. But when it comes to these books, I did actually forget which books we read. So I'm gonna try to look for the paper that discusses that all. I hope I can actually go back here. And yeah. Well, other than that though, let's go ahead and go up here, and we go. Hi. Wow.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Oh wow, yeah, you guys are like having a feast over here. What? Freaking! Oh my God! So this chick, Irileth and
We're ready, Dragonborn.
Jarl Balgruuf is the only people who gets to eat, and everyone gets to sit down and watch. That's amazing.
The Jarl is, as you can
May
imagine,
the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Alright, you ready to spring the trap on the dragon?
As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
I am ready. Let's go trap a dragon.
My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Hey, no way, Balgruuf. You're my boy, alright? You helped me with a whole bunch of stuff, so I got you, fam. So yeah, in nature, when you call a dragon, they'll come to challenge you because
We're ready when you are.
yeah, they're too prideful, they're too boastful, and let that be a lesson learned, kids. That yeah, don't let. Oh, that's pretty. Don't let pride cloud your judgment. Because you never know if there's a dragonborn that is calling your
Go
name.
ahead and call this dragon.
And well, you know, you've already
We're
seen
ready.
what happened when someone who knows the way of the voice challenged someone to fight. It caused a civil war. You know, Jarl Balgruuf reference? No? Alright.
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Hey man, it's called that one word that I can't think of right now when you just go along with it and think of stuff as it happened. Yeah, where's that coming from? Oh, hey, there he is. Oh shit! Wow. Oh! I'm sure no one's gonna miss that random person. But here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a dragon ring. Alright people, remember, we don't need to kill it. We need to beat his ass until it turns bright red and then trap him down. Alright, let's go ahead and back up here. I love how none of my companions are fighting the guy, by the way. They're just chill. Lydia's gonna freaking try to punch the dragon. Oh my god, Lydia, you're such a badass. Do you not have a weapon? There we go. Nice. I love the color of this dragon, by the way. Red, white, and blue. America! What's up?
Ovuta med Kodav, caught like a bear in a trap. Zuulbonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position.
There's a point to it.
In Sir Alduin, no doubt you want to know where to find Alduin.
That's right. So where's he hiding?
Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself.
Are you impressed?
Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
Wait, what? Anyways, you were telling me where to find Alduin, right?
Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring
oh my god, the
Silesior,
fucking music is so hot right
the
now, man.
souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil.
Yep.
I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free?
Well, not until Alduin's defeated, Mr. Kind Sir.
Ah, well. Croesus, there is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention.
What is it?
Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn.
Come again?
Of course. I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
Right. So, you expect me to take your word for that?
Aran, you wound me, Dovahkiin. I may not tell the whole truth, but I am no liar. Go and see for yourself. Zu ni bo norhet. I will be here, unless Alduin returns before you do. You have reconsidered my offer, Onikan Kron? You will release me, Roland, if in return I promise to take you to Skuldafn and stop helping Alduin?
Well, I guess I got no point, so sure. I'll set you free if you promise to take me to Skuldafn.
Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice.
There isn't really a choice in that
case. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now.
Okay.
Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
So it seems like some of the dragons are not completely like 100% on Alduin's side anymore. So they'd rather be free than to follow, you know, under one rule. Which, you know what? I'm down for that. So.
On you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
Yeah, no prostate exam, please. That's.
You will not even notice them. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Fam?
Farengar, very bad idea, even for you.
Yeah, I'm seriously. Do not put your finger into his butthole. That's. Do you even have buttholes?
Surely you wouldn't use a few scales.
What do you eat?
May, what are you doing back there?
Oh my god. Wow. That was wow. Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get our storybook done, and then we'll go ahead and call it an episode. And, yeah, there you go. I mean, alright, let's see, as far as I remember, we probably haven't read a story. Oh my god, there's so many freaking books. You know what, let's go ahead and start this series out. Brief history of the Empire, why not? Alright, how long is this shit? Oh my god. Ah, fuck it. We'll get this done. We'll knock this out. Alright. I'm good. A Brief History of the Empire, Part 1. By Stronach K. Dole III, Imperial Historian. Before the rule of Tiber Septim, all Tamriel was in chaos. The poet, oh Jesus Christ, already, Transizus, called that period the continuous unrest, days and nights of blood and venom. The kings were a petty lot of gasping tyrants who fought Tiber's attempt to bring order to the land, but they were as disorganized as they were dissolute, and the strong hand of Septim brought peace forcibly to Tamriel. The year was Second Era 896. The following year, the Emperor declared the beginning of a new era. Thus began the Third Era, year odd. For 38 years, the Emperor Tiber reigned supreme. It was a lawful, pious, and glorious age, when justice was known to one and all. From serf to sovereign, on Tiber's death, it reigned for an entire fortnight, as if the land of Tamriel itself was weeping. The emperor's grandson Pelagius came to the throne. Though his reign was short, he was as strong and resolute as his father had been, and Tamriel could have enjoyed a continuation of the Golden Age. Alas, an unknown enemy of the Septim family hired that accursed organization of cutthroats, the Dark Brotherhood. Woo! I love Dark Brotherhood. To kill the Emperor Pelagius, the first, I guess, as he knelt at the prayer at the temple of one of the imperial city. Pelagius the first reign lasted less than 3 years. Damn. Can you imagine only being king for like less than 3 years? It sucks. By the way, Dark Brotherhood, group of assassins, we'll meet them, but we'll save it for later. Pelagius had no living children, so the crown imperial passed to his first cousin, the daughter of Tiber's brother Agnorth. Kenteria, former queen of Silvanar, assumed the throne as Kenteria the First. Her reign was blessed with prosperity and good harvest, and she herself was an avid patroness of art and music and dance. Kenteria's son was crowned after her death, the first emperor of Tamriel to use the imperial name Uriel. Uriel I was the great lawmaker of the Septim dynasty and a promoter of independent organization and guilds. Under his kind but firm hand, the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild increased in prominence throughout Tamriel. His son and successor Uriel II reigned for 18 years, from the death of Uriel I in the Third Era 64 to Pelagius II accession in Third Era 82. Tragically, the rule of Uriel II was cursed with blights, plagues, and insurrections. The tenderness he inherited from his father did not serve Tamriel well, and little justice was done. Pelagius II inherited not only the throne from his father, but the debt from the latter's poor financial and judicial management. Pelagius dismissed all of the elder council, and allowed only those willing to pay great sums to resume their seats. He encouraged similar acts among his vassals, the kings of Tamriel, and by the end of his 17-year reign, Tamriel had returned to prosperity. His critics, however, have suggested that any advisor possessed of wisdom but not of gold had been summarily ousted by Pelagius. This may have led to some of the troubles his son Antiochus, the hell kind of name is that, faced when he in turn became emperor. you could call it that, Antiochus was certainly one of the more flamboyant members of the usual austere Septim family. He had numerous mistresses and nearly as many wives, and was renowned for the grandeur of his dress and his high good humor. Unfortunately, his reign was rife with civil war, surpassing even that of his grandfather Uriel II. The War of the Isle in Third Era 110, 12 years after Antiochus assumed the throne, nearly took the province of Somerset Isle away from Tamriel. The united alliance of the kings of Somerset and Antiochus only managed to defeat King Orgham of the island kingdom of Pandonia due to a freak storm. Legends credit the Pacific Order of the Isle of the Artium with the sorcery behind the tempest. By the way, the Pacific Order, we'll kind of meet them, but basically they're kind of like a mysterious wizard, I don't want to say cult, but wizard group that is pretty damn OP, if you ask me. Obviously, you can tell by the sentence above it, it mentions due to a freak storm. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, the story of Quinteria II, Harris to her father, Antiochus' throne, is certainly one of the saddest tales in Imperial history. Her first cousin Uriel, son of Queen Potema of Solitude, accused Quinteria of being a bastard, alluding to the infamous decadence of the imperial city during her father's reign. When this accusation failed to stop her coronation, Uriel brought the support of several disgruntled kings of High Rock, Skyrim, and Morrowind, with Queen Potema's assistance. He coordinated 3 attacks on the Septim Empire. The first attack occurred in the Iliac Bay region, which separates High Rock and Hammerfell. Quinteria's entourage was massacred, and the Empress was taken captive. For 2 years, Quinteria II languished in an imperial prison believed to be somewhere in Glenpoint or Glenmoral before she was slain in a cell under mysterious circumstances. Yeah, sure. The second attack was on a series of imperial garrison along the coastal Morrowind Island. The Empress consort Content Anorix? Whatever. Fell defending the forts. The third and final attack was the siege of the imperial city itself, occurring after the Elder Council had split up the army to attack western High Rock and eastern Morrowind. The weakened government had little defense against Uriel's determined aggression, and capitulated after only a fortnight of resistance. Uriel took the throne that same evening and proclaimed himself Uriel III, Emperor of Tamriel. The year was Third Era 121. Thus began the War of the Red Diamond, described in Volume 2 of this series. Woohoo, exciting. Alright. Well, that's our first brief history of the Empire. So here we are. So in the next episode we're going to be freeing Odovan. I guess we got a new homie with us. And he's going to be taking us to Skodolphin, which should be transporting us to Sovngarde, which is basically like Valhalla for the Nords. So we go to Sovngarde, beat Alduin in the face, go home before Christmas. Alright, awesome. Well, this is pretty much all we have time for in this episode. So, wow, those chains are pretty damn strong for it being so flat. I never realized that. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Oh man, it's so good to be back in Skyrim. It feels so good.
So long.
That's all I got to say. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.